We are having to wait a few minutes, but we're here. I'll take some pre-workout. It's in one of these pockets. That time of night. It is rest day though, so just a heads up, it is rest day. We aren't doing our traditional workout or anything like that. We are doing, well, this challenge board right behind me. That's what we're doing today. All right, let's jump in it. Let's jump in. I'm gonna get laptop plugged in so we can start checking chats and whatnot. Let's get it moving. All right. What's up? What's up? Mossberg, you're the first one in the chat tonight. Hold on, I'm getting everything pulled up. Literally just kicked the stream on. Literally just kicked the stream on. We're gonna take some pre-workout and then we're gonna go play with this. It's still rest day, but we're here at the gym. I got this today, so we're gonna mess with this thing today. Have you ever seen these? They were like big on like I guess like TikTok and stuff for a while. Everybody was trying them out. So, what's up, Michael? We're gonna find out if there actually are. What's up, Z? All right, we got the crew here tonight. Look at that. Let's go. Let's go. So, we're gonna play with this thing. How's it going? So we're doing this tonight. Guys. I'm gonna take some pre-workout first, and then we're gonna see if this is actually difficult. Because I've seen a bunch of videos of people trying these boards out, but I've never actually tried the board, and they make it look really hard. I tested it a little bit. It doesn't seem that bad, honestly. It doesn't seem that bad. What's up? What's up? But those videos always make these boards look like they're near impossible to finish. I'm going to put a weight vest on and try it, though. I'm going to put a weight vest on, and we're going to try it tonight for my rest day stream, mind you. This is my it's a push-up board. So it's supposed to be some kind of challenge push-up board. It's got, like, specific areas that are supposed to hit specific handles for specific, like, muscle groups. We're going to see how accurate it is. Actually, I didn't even order this board. This board was ordered by my mother-in-law and had it delivered to my house. And so we're going to try it before she comes to get it. So we're going to try it out before she comes to get it. But in the meantime, before we start this, I'm going to take my pre-workout. You guys get to watch me take my pre-workout live tonight. So I don't ever take my pre-workout live. I make weird faces sometimes when I take pre-workout, so... We're about to find out. That's what we're testing tonight. We're testing if this board is worth anything. All right. I'm pretty good at push-ups and most strength things. So we're gonna find out if this is like a fad or like a gimmick, or if it's like actually a real gig. But I'm gonna take my pre-workout first, guys. So you guys just got to chat with me until we get done with the pre-workout. Yeah, we could do that tonight, random. I can max out all the machines in the building, actually. There's not a single machine in the building I haven't maxed out so far. What's up, Max? Welcome back. Yeah, we just started. Today's the rest day, but we're gonna play with this challenge board. I don't know who that is, S'more. I don't know who that is. We're going to play with this challenge board, and we're going to, it actually extends out. Hold on. We're going to play with this. So. Nice, random. Yeah, no, so it's the rest day, so I'm just, we're not going to be doing a lot tonight. It's basically going to be pre-workout, this, and then we might max out a couple machines for the giggles tonight. So, is my goal to look like Ronnie Coleman? Ronnie Coleman's iconic. That'd be cool, I guess, but not really my goal, no. And I don't want Ronnie Coleman to take offense to that. He's a legend. He's a legend. He was massive. He's still a big dude. Even now in his recovery, he's still bigger than most, I'd imagine. So. We're going to play with this challenge board, but let me get my pre-workout in, guys. I'm going to take my pre-workout first. We're going to dry scoop it, so it'll be fast. Make sure I've got my water out. Should I chase it with milk? You think I should chase it with milk instead? What y'all think? Can he walk again? That's awesome. I know that was his goal right now, was to get to where he could comfortably walk again. So should I chase it with the milk? Y'all want to see me chase it with the milk? We'll chase it with the Fairlife. Why? Because we're built like that, right? I don't have eggnog. So a little scoop of my pre-workout. You guys know I take pre-workout even on my rest days, just a little scoop. But this is not like a super high stim pre-workout. It's got a lot of beta-alanine in it, but not a lot of caffeine. I don't mind caffeine, though. So I don't mind caffeine. All right. I imagine it was really bad. I imagine that Ronnie Coleman's pain was like really, really bad. So it is Sunday, yeah. All right, I'm gonna knock down this scoop of pre-workout real quick, and then we'll go jump into it. That's awful. That didn't taste very good. I don't know about that. That was not a pleasant experience. That was not a pleasant experience. I know I didn't have much of a reaction. I could fake up a reaction for you guys, and I'm just gonna say that legitimately terrible. that was awful. That is peach mango. Peach mango. It just made it like a creamy peach mango. So, no, EA, I am not. I got it like stuck in my teeth now. The actual pre-workout is good flavor, actually. It's not the worst flavor I've had. Hey, I appreciate it. All right, we got to take the creatine down real quick. I dry scoop both of these on a normal basis, so we're just going to dry scoop it. And then we're going to go play with our challenge board. Guys. It was that time of night. We're going to put a weight vest on, though, most likely. We're going to try it without the weight vest and with the weight vest, just see if it's worth it. Have I ever had jail food? I was a prison guard, but I never indulged. I never indulged in the prison food while I was a guard. No, Randy, I did not. 10 gram a day, Petra, on the creatine monohydrate. And then there's 5 grams in my podium, so 15 grams a day total. Yeah, I did have water in the background, but you know, milk is always the play. So milk is always the play. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to our challenge board now. So I easy. We're gonna go to the challenge board now. I've seen these on videos in the past, and they make them look difficult. What's up, Chase? We're about to do a push-up challenge board thing. So let's find out. We're gonna find out today. I've only practiced with it just a little bit, but I've seen people talk about how great they are, and we're gonna debunk that if it needs debunking, that is. So I just feel like it's overblown, in my opinion. I feel like people make it seem more difficult than it is. So we're gonna figure out if that's the truth or if there's actually any legitimate use case for this. So let's find out. We're gonna go out there now. I will say that the handles, they feel sturdy on this one. It might just be depending on the ones you get. These handles have some good, like, they're not hollow. They're like solid plastic, which I guess is the most you can ask for in this situation, right? Whoa. Yeah, they're the finest plastic, all right? Top tier plastic. Let's head on out, though. Let's go get started. Let's have a fun time. Oh, nice, Z. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Be big appreciation. Well, let me turn this fan off, guys. All right. It's gonna be loud in the background if I don't. I've never been to Coachella. I couldn't tell you why I'm not there. I don't plan on going, to be honest. Yeah. I'd say that's about. They feel sturdy, but 350 pounds is still 350 pounds, you know. Hold on, let me get this fixed. It was about to fall out. I do not own the gym, Gretchen. I manage this gym. I'm not good at sarcasm, Mitch. It's something you'll learn. I take everything very literally, for the most part. So. That might be why I'm bad at sarcasm online, is because it doesn't translate very well into print, and my brain already doesn't takes things very literal. So, Kit Kat's protein bars? I did not know there was a Kit Kat protein bar. I probably wouldn't have tried it even if I saw it. So, it is hard to read tone, yes. All right, let's get this set up where you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna have to work with some angles here. We got this little challenge board for our rest day stream worldwide. What you doing? What's up? How's it going? All right, so the idea behind this board, guys, is it's supposed to be like each one is supposed to have its own like focus, right? So like the blue is supposed to be chest, according to this. Yellow is supposed to be back. red is supposed to be shoulders, and triceps are supposed to be the green, right? So they're all supposed to focus on a different area, right? I think I'm gonna start with chest. I'm gonna do like one of each and see if they even seem to mildly even actually like somewhat seem to focus in on those areas, like target that muscle group. I have a feeling they're gonna be somewhat close based on what I'm seeing. So, all right, we're gonna go blue first. I've seen them. So this actually isn't mine. I'm borrowing this from a family member because I wanted to try it because they ordered it, and I was like, let me borrow this for a couple days for my stream, and they're like, yeah. So we're gonna try it because this isn't something I normally will use, so I'll probably never use this board again beyond today. So let's move on. Not that there's anything wrong with the board. I don't know yet. So. All right, so we're gonna go blue first. We're gonna do like 3 of each and just see if any of them seem to target the way they're supposed to. This one here, I'll say really not targeting the chest. I can already immediately tell it. Definitely more front shoulder and tricep. So we're starting off at a bad note here. We're gonna go through each one. I'm gonna try a green, and I'm gonna try a yellow. I'm gonna try red, and then we're gonna do all of them in a weight vest. So let's try the green. So the green is just a close grip blue here, and I have a feeling we're still going to be tricep centric. So this one is probably going to be tricep centric. They're probably correct on this one because it's going to be similar to like a diamond push-up. So yeah, tricep centric, a little low chest. So they're not off on that one. One of two. The one I'm interested about is the one that's going to be targeting the shoulders, because I want to see, because it's inverted, so it's an inverted position. Let's see. I didn't have high hopes for this board, I'm going to be honest. So. All right, let's go. All right, so this should be, if it's correct, targeting the shoulders. It doesn't say which part of your shoulder, but it says the shoulders, which is already a bad sign, right? I'm gonna be honest. I'm still just feeling that one. Feel like a little bit in the back, maybe, but mostly tricep. Well, I think a lot of these are going to be kind of tricep centric because they're so close together. We're almost going to feel tricep on every single one of them. That's something I've already decided is probably going to happen. So, but I'm trying to keep an open mind, guys. I didn't have a lot of hope for this board when I saw it. So, but it's really popular. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out, right? All right. All right, we got this one. This is supposed to be back. This is the yellow last handle position real quick. And then we'll do one of each. So, all right. So, very interesting push-up position here. I can feel it a little bit in my rear delt. That one might be the closest so far. That might be the closest so far to actually being accurate. Hey, I have an ab roller random. We can try it. I don't think I've ever really used an ab roller. This is the whole board. It just doesn't seem to be very good, but we're gonna go through every one of them and make this interesting. We're gonna go through every one of them in a weight vest here in a second. So, all right. We're testing these little viral boards tonight, Noah. It's our rest day. So, Gio, I'm trying to feel it. I'm honestly trying to feel it. Maybe a little bit in my delt. That I'm not giving it 100%. That it's definitely there, but it's a possibility. All right, because it says back. I'm trying to give it benefit of the doubt.
So we're going to try more, Petra. I'm just going to get the weight vest first.
But we're going to try and make it actually difficult. I want this to actually be entertaining for everybody. So
I want this to be entertaining. And right now, this is really easy. So if I can get the little strap thing. Hold on.
where is it? There it is. All right.
All right, we got our weight vest now.
Yeah, Tom, that's usually how my rest days go. I end up doing a lot.
We call it active rest. You know what I'm saying? Active rest. All right, so I'm going to take my glasses off, and we're going to go through every single position, every single handle position real quick. I think I'm going to go top to bottom. So we'll go here to here somehow. I have a feeling the hardest thing about this board is going to be remembering which ones I've done and which ones I haven't done. Okay? So I think that's going to be the hardest part. You guys, let me know if I miss any. That's going to be the key here. Let me know if I miss any. Like I said, weight vest is like 20-something pounds. So we're going to do every single handle position. It's like 20, 25 pounds. So, all right. So far, not impressed by the board. I'm going to be honest. All right. So let's start. We'll start blue, and then we'll move into green and work our way down. Work our way down. What's up, rich guy? Let's go. We're going to do just one of each. One of each. The most difficult part about this is getting them out of the handles. Yeah, it's not all that, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I got a little bit of a tricep pump from it, sure. So, a little bit of a tricep pump from it. It's all right. It's not bad. It's just not very good. A little bit of cardio work for sure. A little bit of cardio work for sure. Hold on, let me check chat and then we'll do some more work with it. Would I ever implement one of these on my own? No. I would say no. If you're looking for something to change up a boring push-up routine, maybe. You guys know I'm not big on calisthenics, so I like weight training. So maybe it's just me, but I think I hit every position. I don't think I missed any. And I think there's supposed to be combinations, like so red to yellow. It's supposed to be shoulder and back. But yeah, I think you're better off just buying normal push-up handles and picking your own positions. I mean, this gives you a decent little like, it tries to give you like a map to what to hit, right? But I'll tell you, almost everything on this board feels like triceps because it's so narrow. So even if the positions work normally, like even if this position is normally for chest, right? Even if this position normally hits chest, you're so narrow that you're doing triceps anyways. So, but, or like this shoulder position. Normally that might hit shoulders, but because we're so narrow, it just feels like triceps. This board, even though it looks really big, it's only about shoulder, just outside shoulder width. So maybe if shoulders are a little bit smaller, you might do better with it. I appreciate it, Reggie. That's really cool to hear. Really cool to hear. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I'm here every night. I love to inspire. Let's do some regular push-ups, guys. Let's add some actual regular push-ups, and we might revisit this in the future, but I wanted to try it. It seemed interesting, but I'm going to say that I'm not super impressed by it. I'm not super impressed by it. If someone knows a better version of this, like a more advanced version, maybe I have a less advanced version of it or something. If someone knows a better version, link it to me, and I'll try it. But all right, let's see. And that was in a weight vest, guys. That's unfortunate. I will say it didn't feel useless. I won't say it's useless, but I will say that it is not as good as they make it seem in those videos. Those videos you see on this thing, people are like, this is like the impossible push-up challenge board. I mean, we just proved that wrong for sure. The next step on that is trying to find one that is hard. So try no vest. That's not going to make it harder. It's not going to make it harder. We're gonna mess with some other stuff in here tonight, though. We're not done. We're not done with the stream for sure. We got some more time to spend. So, you guys want to max out all the machines tonight for the rest day? Hold on. You guys want to max out all the machines on rest day? What about we do all the upper body machines today? We'll max out every upper body machine today. I'm not being mean to you, rich guy. I'm being nice. I can't help you with the chat being mean. Mossberg's in here. I'm sure he's keeping an eye out. Max reps. No max reps. No max reps. But we will max out all the machines for the giggles. So we will max out all the machines for the giggles. We'll do like, I don't know, a set on each. Someone was telling you that, Tom? They're incorrect. Who told you that? That's very odd that they told you that. We're about to max out all the upper body machines for like a set. So, what did you do? What are you posing? I don't understand. I would help out, but I don't know what's going on, rich guy. Is that what rich guy told you? That's interesting. I have a feeling. I like weight training. Weight training is better, in my opinion, for what I'm attempting. Well, it's better in my opinion, mostly because it's best for my goals. My goals is to be as strong as possible. If you're strength focused, calisthenics will take you part of the way there, but not all the way there. So, it'll take you part of the way there, but not all the way there. Strength focus is always my main focus. A magnet? What magnet? What do you mean, Tom? What magnet are we talking about? I've never benched with a magnet. Explain that to me. To prove it's metal? So Tom, if you're interested in knowing if I'm legit, you can just go and type in and look up my powerlifting numbers. I compete in competition. My numbers are similar, not 100% the same in competition because you have to pause them, but they're close in competition. So Yes, I am natty. No, I got you, Tom. I'm not upset about it. You're good. I don't carry magnets around with me, but if some point we have the opportunity, sure. They're definitely real weights, though. And I've done. I have bench videos in my. So the first time I hit 350, and 345, and I think 330 a while back. The first time that ever happened, we're in a completely different gym with completely different weights. Now, obviously, we've been here a while, but that's because this is the gym that pays me to lift. So we spend a lot of time in here now. But I have up to 350 at another gym on. It's been recorded. It's on my page. So if you look up 350 bench press on my page and you want to see different weight plates, I did it at a big box gym. So. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna max out all the machines. I don't know the last time I maxed out the core machine. This might not feel good. 365 is my bench PR at the moment. We're definitely gonna get 370 this week though. Like 100% sure. That was easy. All right. It is my off day, Chase. We're just playing around. So, nothing heavy. I have failed a PR in stream before. That has happened. Never, one or two bench PRs I've missed on stream before. One or two deadlift PRs. It's not super common. It happens though. Anatoly's strong, don't get me wrong. He's very strong. I liked his content. I feel like it's gotten a little bit, it's definitely scripted now, but I do like his content. I have a heavier bench than Anatoly, though. I do have a heavier bench than Anatoly. So. Oh, yeah, I'll check this one real quick. That was 210 on the crunch thing. So. I don't stretch, Tom. 210. I think all of these machines are 210. I'm gonna be honest. They're all the same brand and like addition. Like they were all made together, so they're all gonna be around 210. So chest press 210. This is gonna be 210. They're all gonna be 210. I don't know what the most I've ever curled is. We've done like 155 barbell, strict-ish, not strict, but strict-ish on stream. And we tried 165. That didn't go strict at all. Oh, dumbbells? Are we talking hammer curl? So we do dumbbell. We do 70s for 7. So for sure. All right, let's get it. Oh, that seat's way forward. Hold on. There we go. Yep. So 210, nice and easy. These have gotten easier over time too. So we're not actually working out tonight. We're just playing around for the stream tonight. We did the challenge board just a few minutes ago. That was the main event kind of. But it was kind of a lot easier than I expected it to be, I'm gonna be honest. Bench press is my favorite workout. The machine is what's wrong with the machine? The machine's fine. The machine's actually really nice. This machine is actually really nice. So all right. We're gonna do this for a quick set of 7. We're gonna count those push-ups as my warm-up set earlier, so we're just gonna skip straight to the full block. This is another 210 block. So we'll go front handle. Because we already did chest.
We'll go rear. We can do both handles probably. Why not? I'm not understanding why you don't like the machines, but we can talk about it if you want. That was easy enough. It's easy enough. So it's being edited, Grandma Sue. That's a long video, and it took me the better part of the entire day to download all the pieces because it's high quality recording. So it's large files. So I had to download all the files, upload them, and then I had to actually edit them. So it's taken me the better part of the day to do all that. It'll release, I have it ready. It's just going to release tomorrow. So it'll be out tomorrow. Meal 3, 4, and I think there's even a 5th meal will all be out tomorrow. So. Nah, this is lightweight. Chest, always gonna be pectoral. So it's meant to force you to stabilize the weight a little bit. Also gives you different positions you can push from. So if you want to do kind of like an incline style, decline style, it's meant to do that. It's purposeful. So. No, I'm breathing just fine. I don't watch soccer. I couldn't tell you. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. The videos are done, Coco. I just need to upload them. They're dropping tomorrow. Some of them took a little more editing than others. So I wanted to get them all out around the same time. The first 2 were very short, so I put them up immediately so you guys knew I was participating in the challenge. But we then had to edit the actual longer versions of them, or longer meals. So, because one of the meals was like 2,500 calories by itself in one meal, and that took about 30 minutes to eat, let alone record. So, no, that would be 10,000 calories on stream. That would be near impossible feat to do healthfully. All right, I did it with real food. I didn't do it with a bunch of cheap food. So no Oreo slams for me or anything like that. I'm from the U.S. I'm in South Carolina. All right. $485. 485 is my deadlift current. My bench is 365 at the moment. Squat is like 385, 390. Almost 400. We're just about at 400. Squat is my worst lift, but it was really good bread. It was really good bread. I normally eat 5,000 calories a day. We didn't quite hit 10K. We tried. I tried my best. You'll see from the videos that it was a struggle bus towards the end. So, my name is Chris. My real name is Chris. My real name is Chris. It's not generally 4 meals a day. It's broken up over a series of different meals and snacks, like healthy snacks, but snacks. Someone wanted to see me like knock this out for the full brick. Easy enough. Always a good day. Always a good day. We'll do a couple leg machines real quick. You guys have seen me knock out these leg machines. So leg machines are easy work. Leg machines are easy work. I don't know how my rest day streams generally at least once a month become me working out. I don't know how it happens to me. I do it to myself, obviously, but all right, we're gonna full brick it. So you guys can see the weight going on. Yeah, that's why we don't utilize the machines much. They only get so heavy. All right. We're gonna grab this real quick. We'll do a set of 7. I do like my Greek yogurt. I had Greek yogurt for breakfast this morning. There's dog hair on my pants. I have a lot of animals, guys. Ugh. All right, 210. Same thing as everything else. This one's a lot easier. Of course, leg press is always going to be a bit lighter. So, one thing that people mess up with a lot on these leg presses, by the way, is they lock their knees. You shouldn't lock your knees on these. It's not a good idea. You built a home gym? That's pretty awesome. That's a great name, actually. I like that. Some of Planet Fitness's machines had a little bit more weight on them. Their pull downs, I think, went to like 400 or something. I can't remember. Their pull downs went to some higher number. But I think they use a standardized block, and it kind of just like was the same for everything. So I don't think it was that. It was like 300 on the pull down. The problem I have with Planet Fitness's gym isn't their machines. It's the lack of benches and power racks and deadlifting platforms. No bench, just a Smith machine. At one point, the Planet Fitness closest to me had a bench press. They had a couple of bench presses, if I'm not mistaken. When they bought the building, the gym that was there had some, and they left them in for a little while, and they got rid of them. They were nice bench presses too. They got rid of them. So they not only don't do bench presses, like they don't add them to their gyms, but they actively work against the bench press, it seems, because they had them. They were free of charge. They even utilized them for a few months, and they ditched them at some point. They don't want you to be fit, in my opinion. Planet Fitness doesn't actually have any gain from you getting fit. Their gain is from you getting the membership and never showing up, in my opinion. So will I ever get a Planet Fitness sponsorship after saying stuff like this on a routine basis? Probably not, but I don't really want one. So it's one of those things of their business model is built around people not showing up, in my opinion. They couldn't support their membership in the building at the same time, even like a quarter of it. So for them to sustain their business model, the amount of money they need to make, they have to have more members than they can actually have in the gym. So. But if I'm not mistaken, there was someone that used to be part of like a higher management, like way up there at Planet Fitness, or even maybe an owner at one point. I can't remember what he was. I won't say because I don't know. But I remember reading something that he said that is their business model, that for them to be financially viable in an area, they have to have like 50% of the membership never show up or something like that, some crazy number. And it has to be like such a huge population as well. So. Now, if you're utilizing the membership, it's a cheap membership to get. So if you're looking for something inexpensive to get started, Nothing wrong with getting a Planet Fitness membership, but burning up all the machines, guys. We're gonna go do the chest fly next. Do the chest fly next. We're only gonna be on for about an hour today, guys. I think I mentioned that in the post I did on the community post thing. It's gonna be a short stream. Yeah, this is very local. This gym is very local. Everybody here knows everybody else. We're a very tight-knit group. It's a cool group of people. Yeah, we're gonna max the chest fly out. We're gonna max the chest fly out. Actually, believe it or not, this is not the only gym I've maxed out the equipment. Tom, if you go check out, I did a Planet Fitness maxing out all the equipment, and I've done that at a Move Fitness as well when I was working for Move, when they were still here in the Southeast. I maxed out all their hammer strength equipment, or a lot of their, not every single piece, but a lot of their hammer strength equipment, I maxed it out. Even some of the plate loaded pieces. So, and chest fly was one of the ones I had maxed out there, which was heavier than the one we have here. So usually random, I had the same thought process. You know, get a big franchise membership like with Planet Fitness or like an LA Fitness, right? I'm doing okay, B-Man. This is my rest day stream. We're resting today. My problem I had with doing it that way, random, was I very rarely ever got use of the membership outside of the area I was in. It always seemed like either the place I was going didn't have that gym in particular, or I didn't have enough time to travel to wherever it was in that area. So what I started to do is most gyms offer a 1-week pass. So you can get like a week at the gym for $20. So if you're vacationing somewhere for $20, you know, if you're on vacation, you can get a week at a gym. Like the last time I traveled over to the West Coast, I went to a gym and they were offering 1 week for $20. So I got the whole week, and I mean, it was the cost of what, like 2 Chipotle burritos, you know? So all right, let's grab this. Chest fly is an easy one for me. I'm a bench specialist, so anything chest is always going to be an easy game for me. So. We are not currently working. I am working out, but not working out right now. All right. We're just maxing out a few machines for the giggles. You know, I haven't actually warmed up the biceps today. This is one of the only machines in the building that gives me a little bit of trouble. So this is the only one in the building that gives me a little bit of trouble on maxing it out. So we're gonna find out. We'll warm up the biceps just a little bit with some lightweight, and then we'll max it out. All right, that's enough warming up. So we're warmed up now. Let me fix my angle, and then we'll grab it. I know. Okay, so this is not the only machine that gives me trouble in the building. This one, and the hip machine sometimes, but that one's not bad either. So I think this is the last one we're going to do tonight because we're getting close to that hour mark. And you guys know I only stream for about an hour on Sundays. It's my day off, so I enjoy these. That's why I show up on Sundays. All right. 210
We're just gonna do this for one, just one on this one, because this is one of the ones that gives me a little bit more trouble. But maybe we'll get two. Who knows? Who knows? Because they all have the same block. So this is the same block that we have on our chest machine. We have on our lat pull down machine. So it's still a 210. Still a 210. We did nachos tonight. We did nachos tonight. All right, let's grab them. Woo-wee! All right, just one tonight on that. One tonight, because we are resting. We are resting. We're not going to overdo it. We're not going to overdo it because I'll go very quickly from a rest day stream to a workout stream. And I'm not supposed to do that today. Not supposed to do that today. I'm doing my best. I like working out, guys, and it's a struggle not to come in here. Like laying on that bench right now would be a great time, but I struggle not to. And I know that's like something everybody says, but it's a legitimate thing. At one point in time, I was thinking about adding in a Sunday to my routine, and I have managed to resist the urge because I feel like a full day of rest is a good thing for the mental. So. All right, that was the stream, mostly. We're going to chill and chat and drink some milk. I know it's a little bit different. Usually we cook on Sundays, but I feel like we've done a lot of cook. I ate a lot yesterday. I was burnt on the whole food thing. I was burnt on the food thing today. All right. %. All my imaginary friends hang out here, Worm. All of my imaginary friends hang out here. They have their own names. It's just whole milk. It's just whole milk. I'm gonna pack up my bag when we chit chat, guys. This is the bag I carry with all my things and stuff, by the way. If you guys have seen it in the videos, it is my bag that I carry all the things and whatnots. Why are we finding it? What do we need a new nickname, Martin? We got our milk. No, just some So those of you that are interested, that don't believe me, just creatine and pre-workout. Those are my supplements. There's some t-shirts in here, but there ain't nothing else. There's just some old t-shirts and stuff in here. Just creatine and pre-workout. Every other pocket is empty, actually, other than the one that my laptop goes in, which is this one. But the bag isn't dirty. That's the design. It's like that little pixelated design. That's the design. Yeah, I take creatine every day before my workout. That's the design of the bag, all right? This bag is actually very clean. We don't work out on Sundays. We did some stuff today, but we don't work out on Sundays. We rest on Sundays. Yeah, that's the design. I have another bag. I used to carry a big old Under Armour duffel, but the problem with that one is it's a little difficult to carry the laptop and stuff in. So it's a little difficult to carry the. Well, we did some workout related stuff today, vegan. We tried out one of those push-up boards. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, they're not that great. I wanted to see if it was good. It's not. It's just hype. And then we maxed out all the machines, or a bunch of the machines, for the giggles. But that was basically all we did today. I don't have to do that very often, Wade. I don't fall into a lot of issues. I'm a pretty relaxed guy. It's been a little while. Even when I was working for the prison, no one really bothered me. No one really bothers me.
Yeah, we it's a short stream. We got about 5 more minutes, but it's a short stream on Sundays, vegan. This is vaguely my rest day. Usually either we cook or we do like a painting stream on Sundays. Today I wanted to try out that board. So got you, Martin. I love my haircut. My haircut's great. Haircut is top tier. My wife likes my haircut, and that's all that matters. What's up, Ben? What's up, Ben? Let's drink some of our water here. He's probably blocked you, Mossberg. He's probably blocked you, Mossberg. He might have been a troll at one point that went into hiding. He can't hide from me, but he can definitely hide from you, right? He can definitely hide from you. Can't hide from me, but you can hide from Mossberg. How does that make you feel, Mossberg, that you incite that much? What is it? Is it fear? Would fear be the word? Maybe not fear. I don't know the word I'm looking for here, Mossberg. You make them tread carefully, all right? Yeah, here's the thing is, like we've gotten used to trolls here for the most part. Bike pump. It's actually for the speed bag, but someone took the little thing, the little metal one that is used for the speed bag. So now it's no use, no good. I don't wear zip hoodies, no. You've been here asking that before, Daniel. I mean, I own some, sure, I imagine. I don't know. Makes your arms feel big. Oh, that's great. That's great. Ugh. What's up, Peter? Welcome back. Yeah, I saw Martin. I saw. Yeah, I said I noticed it. I noticed it. I just hadn't seen the message prior to that beforehand. So, what's that, Peter? I don't think speed bag is going to be my nickname anytime soon. So, Peter, that's a difficult. If you want to get lean, it's a very easy question and a difficult question. So, becoming lean is all about calorie intake, calories in, calories out, and a high protein diet. That's typically the best way to cut. That's how I would do it. So, just reduce my calories, and I would, eat primarily lean meats and lean food, less carbohydrates. That would be how I would do it. I don't know your personal health, so I can't give you personal advice. But if I was going to cut, I'd reduce my calories until I was in a deficit, and I would eat lean foods. So I would do it. That's the only way to get lean. Lean is about calories in, calories out. Lean isn't about, like, the workouts help, right? They help burn more calories, but if you're not eating right, you're not going to get lean. So, what's up, Carter? Honestly, I get motivation because I love working out. But it's more or less you got to be disciplined more than motivated, because motivation comes and goes. You're going to have days when you feel like crap and you don't want to go. Those are the days you really need to go most of the time, as long as you can physically. And the reason for that is because when you have those demotivated days, the discipline is what's going to keep you pushing, because motivation comes from results, and you're not always going to have new results. Sometimes it takes longer to see new results. So if you're constantly looking for motivation to be the reason to go, you're going to constantly be disappointed. You got to have discipline and use the discipline to get results, which will breed motivation. So. It does. It goes for everything. 100%. Just about everything. Discipline beats motivation every day of the week. If you're disciplined, you'll get better results in almost anything you do. Almost anything you do. I can't think of one thing that would say that motivation is going to beat discipline. Motivation is like a modifier. It's like a +1 to your discipline, right? Motivation is just a bonus, right, to discipline. If you're disciplined and then you get some motivation to work harder, it's awesome. You'd have to get leaner than you are now, you'd have to cut body fat. That's how you get lean, is by reducing body fat. To reduce body fat, I personally, how I would do it is going into a calorie deficit. Five years I've been training. I've been training for 5 years. Yeah, motivation comes and goes. Motivation comes and goes. That's the biggest way to look at it. The best way to look at it is you're not always going to be motivated, but discipline is always there. If you're disciplined, it doesn't go away. You don't lose discipline. You might mess up once in a while, but you don't lose discipline. Motivation is one of those things that you may be there and might not be there that day. You might have had a bad day. Someone might have said something you didn't like, and now you're demotivated. You know, it happens. So it happens. If you're not motivated, discipline takes place and takes precedence. That's why discipline is so much more important. Think about this perspective. How many people do you know that get a gym membership the first of the year, New Year's, new me, that kind of thing, right? You get a New Year resolution or whatever. They go in, they jump into the gym for a month, and then they become demotivated, right? And once they lose that motivation, they never show back up until the next year when they get that motivation again. Why didn't they continue to go? Why did that motivation go away? Well, because they weren't seeing the results immediately. And the motivation they had was, it's a new year, I'm going to be a better me. And that's a great motivation, right? And that's great for those people that are trying. But if you don't have discipline, once the newness wears off of going to the gym, new membership, new shoes, new workout clothes, new earbuds, once the new wears off, your motivation wanes. Discipline is something you earn or you build over time, but there is an environmental factor for sure. So I found that my discipline got more so when I was around like-minded people. Surround yourself with people similar that have similar goals or on similar trajectories to yourself, right? That doesn't have to be everybody. You can have friends or family that are not like 100% in line with your goals, right? And you should understand that that's going to happen. But on your day-to-day basis, try and surround yourself as often as possible with people that are in the same realm or mindset as you when it comes to those goals, right? If I want to get big, I need to be around other people that have either already gotten big. Jay, what's up? Man, I've been so worried about you. Man, I knew you were probably out there winning like UFC championship or something, so I didn't want to bother you too much. But welcome back, Jay. I was so worried about you. We've been looking for you. But back to the point real quick. So surround yourself with people that have similar goals, and that makes you more motivated, and their discipline will rub off on you. It will. So yeah, we've got another Jay that's been regular. We had a lot of Jays the other night. We had like 3 or 4 Jays. We had feeling tired. Were you still sick or something, Jay? You feeling better? I was beginning to think I wasn't going to see you again. I was like, man, Jay must have lost his laptop or something. Ugh. Mossberg's been holding the fort down though, Jay. Mossberg's been holding the fort down. You don't have to lift in a group setting, Bradley. So what I meant by that is like, so when I started working in the fitness industry, actively, it gave me more motivation to do what I was doing. Even though I wasn't necessarily working out with those people, like when I would go to lunch or I'd take like a lunch and I'd go sit in the lunchroom, I was around other people with similar dietary, habits. And I was with people that had similar goals for the day. They're like, I'm going to go get my workout in. Everything we talked about was similar about what our motivation was or what we were going to be doing for the day, right? If I'm around a bunch of people that are constantly asking me to go to a bar, they're not going to be beneficial to me going to work out, right? If I'm around a bunch of people that are constantly getting ready for their workout, it's always going to have me in the mindset of I need to get ready for my workout. Does that make sense? You just got to be around those people. You just got to be around those people. Good diet, Peter, and good workouts. I'm glad you're doing good, Jay. I was worried that you had gotten sick, like really sick for a while. And I was like, man, that illness must have been rough. So one of the things that you guys that people don't realize about working out, if you work out purely to impress other people, you're going to be really, really upset most of the time. When it comes to your physical like looks, right? Because there's a certain point, right? So there's a certain point with working out, right? You have this like crossover where people start mentioning your physique, sure, but they mention it in a way that they don't want to seem weird. And then at some points it even becomes it's an odd topic conversation. Going up to someone and talking about their physique isn't comfortable, right? So you're not gonna like people expect like to constantly be getting approached, and it happens. I have it happen in public sometimes. I've had it happen at the gym. The worst is when people touch you and you don't want to be touched. I'm not big on being touched by people I don't know. Or even people I know for the most part. So that is probably the weirdest part of it all. But if you're purely doing it for other people, you're going to struggle a little bit, especially early on. Maybe later on when you start getting those looks and comments, it'll be, motivational and you'll see that return on investment. But it's going to be tough early if you're looking for that. So, because you're not going to have those results immediately. Constantly, Thunder. Constantly before I started working out. Yes. I'm not big, Jay. So I'm not big on being touched. Like I don't mind a hug. Like I'm okay with hugs, fist bumps, handshakes, a pat on the back. That's fine. I will tell you to this day, still one of the weirdest situations I've had. I had a client of mine while I was talking to other trainers walk up behind me and run their hand up the middle of my back, and I just I stopped, I froze, turned around, and I was like, that's not okay. I was like, we're not doing that. I had to pass them to another trainer. I was like, you're gonna have to get a new trainer. That's not cool. Wasn't a comfortable situation. And up until that point, they were a perfectly normal client, no issues. But that's still to this day one of my weirdest situations. It was not comfortable. But that happens. That's something you're going to encounter. As a trainer, I encountered it a few times. It didn't happen all the time, but you'd have it happen once or twice a year where someone crossed a boundary. And I don't understand why it was so common, but I do have abs, yes. No, yeah, Petra, but once they've crossed that line, right? Once they cross that line, the work there's a professional boundary, right? Once they cross that professional boundary, there's no way to reestablish that efficiently, right? So, and she definitely crossed that professional boundary, and there's no way for me to reestablish that and feel comfortable. So it does happen in a lot of workplaces. I'll say it happened very often in the gym as a trainer. I'm not familiar, Peter, no. But and I feel like because we're in such an aesthetic industry, we're our own billboards as trainers, right? We're our own billboards. Martin, when we add a mod, I will definitely let you know. I haven't forgotten about you. I promise. Promise. We're just not adding a mod right now. It's gonna be a little while before I add one. I promise I haven't forgotten about you, Martin. How's it going, Ashley? The fitness industry it's built around people that are not fit by people that are fit, Thunder. So the fitness industry is very much reliant on people that are not fit as the bulk of the clientele, but it's a industry that it's good because of that, because there's always going to be people that need help with their health, and that's what we're here for. It depends on who you're talking to, Thunder. So from a trainer perspective, I have met every trainer I don't use them personally, burn baby burn, but if you want to, that's up to you. I don't judge anybody for using them, but keep it within your own sphere as far as like if you're gonna do that, make sure if you are competing, compete in federations and stuff. What powerlifting is what I'm all about. Compete in federations that allow it. Don't compete in natty federations. It's just wrong. But like don't use it to cheat is what I'm saying. That's a lot going on there. Let's see. Yeah, so online fitness communities and stuff are great if they're based around actually helping and like giving good advice and not just selling supplements. So if you guys noticed, I have not, and there's a reason for this. I'm going to explain why I haven't done this yet. So I don't push supplements in the stream at all, right? The reason why I'm very, very slow to do that is because if I was to have a supplement code or whatever, I'd want it to be a supplement that I personally have used and trust, right? I'm not going to put garbage supplements up and put my name attached to it and have people that trust me, right, take it, and you might get some results, but it might not be the best possible supplement. For me to like those online fitness communities that push all those crap supplements that aren't, top tier out to 1,000 people, they aren't worried about the people that are taking the protein that's not actually, 20 grams of protein. It's actually 10, even though it says 20 on the bottle, or it's not high quality protein. They don't care because they don't have any connection with those people. I appreciate you guys that come in here and watch me. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. This is a fun time for me. You guys are like my gym family, So I wouldn't ever want to be like that kind of fitness community where it's all about pushing something for you guys to take or something like that. And the reason that those communities, are so big is because they don't ever care about keeping people there. They just cycle them through, kind of like Planet Fitness. I don't like those kind of fitness communities, Thunder, to answer your question. I know it's a lot of information. I don't like those kind of fitness communities. If I enter a fitness community and there's a ton of like 17 different supplements they have on their main page, it immediately is a turnoff, right? It's just like, this is not a place I need to be. This place isn't actually about being fit. It's about, them trying to tell me, what to take to expect to get fit, So to try and get fit. And that's not going to get you there. I can tell you 20 supplements you could take right now. And if you don't have the rest of it in here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I don't smoke. So what's up, William? That's why I don't like the online fitness communities, because they're always pushing supplements. And I take supplements, but it's one of those. That's one of the reasons I don't push supplements. I've seen it so much. It's annoying to me at this point. I've seen it so much. It's annoying at this point. Everybody has a supplement to sell, right? That one day when a really good, really very like transparent brand comes up and offers me something to offer to you guys, I would do that. But I'm not going to take a fly-by-night supplement and slap it up on the screen. Because if you guys have never tried to become affiliated with supplements, a lot of supplements, not hard to do. It's one email. I could have like 10 affiliates tomorrow morning with some fly-by-night supplement. It's easy to do. You don't even have to have a fitness channel. You can just get affiliated. So if you see someone that has an affiliation with a supplement, that does not mean they've earned it. It just means that they found one that was willing to sponsor them or willing to affiliate with them. I know nothing about the Liver King. I know nothing about the Liver King. I know that he got caught using his extracurricular supplements, but I know nothing about him outside of that. Ah, got you. Yeah, so I know Liver King got like someone got an email that like detailed what he was taking or something. You know, because my eyeballs are bad, Ashley. I traded eyesight for strength. Yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't appeal to me. And maybe it's a moral compass thing. Maybe I just appreciate my audience, like you guys. I don't know. I don't want to say it's one thing. It just doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel right to me. Now I got some Natty Giraffe hats though. What you think, Jay? Natty Giraffe hat? No, I didn't see that, Thunder. Yeah, Liver King was always a little bit suspect, right? I'd seen stuff. Obviously, I don't know much about him, but I'd seen stuff. But so guys, think about this. If you're not involved in the fitness industry, you're not gonna know. Like, it seems obvious to us, right? Because we work out, right? There should be a hoodie, Jay. I'll double check. Maybe it got taken down. I'll do my best. I can get you a hoodie. I'll make one just for you if I don't have one already. But if you're not into fitness, you look at these really big guys that claim to be natty. It not that it's believable, but it's believable, right? So it's like if you weren't into rocket science, right, and someone told you that they were building a rocket that could take you to Venus in like 4 days and it's going to be ready by next year, right? But they're actually in the rocketry industry. You would kind of take them at face value to some extent, right? But, you know, if you were involved in that industry, you might be like, no, they're not. How is that believable? It's not believable at all. You know, that's the best way to look at it. You know, it's just if you're not in that sphere, you might be willing to take more at face value. And what he was selling was targeted at people that were new to fitness mostly. Now, there were some guys that were taking him too literal, taking him at his word that are involved in fitness, whether their own personal fitness or whatever else. And they just, hopefully it was a learning experience for them, you know. You can get in shape, Mike. You can get in shape at any age. I know guys that compete all the way into their 90s. There was a guy that was like 70 or something, set like 3 state records at my last meet in his weight class. Set like 3 state records. So Noah, I'm actually a very big. I'm a believer. That's the membership, Jay. I think your membership had were you were a member? You were a Big Dog member. Maybe that expired, Jay. It probably expired, Jay. Were you not a member, Jay, of the channel this whole time? I'm pretty sure you were, Jay. I'm pretty sure you were. You were definitely a member, Jay. Maybe it had expired. Maybe it needed to be renewed. I don't know how that works. Yeah, you just had to renew it. You're just oh Jay, you saw your big Jay. You were here for that. So yep, 100%. I remember that, Jay. What's this put the fries in the bag thing? Am I supposed to know what this means? Is this new? Am I too old to know what put the fries in the bag means? I'm 30 years old, guys. So if this is new, I apologize for not knowing it. Is it like physically fries in a? I know that it's got. I've heard it before. I just don't know what it's supposed to mean. Is this? Is there something? Is there a meaning behind this? Who here knows what it means and is gonna help me? I have Fairlife in the bag. I do have Fairlife in the bag. I'm 30. I'm 30. I just look very, very young. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not like in my 20s. There's definitely a range to it, Noah. I believe that everything that's achievable on gear is achievable off gear. But it just takes a lot more effort. Obviously, I wouldn't say more effort and more time. I'd say more effort and a lot more time, typically, right? And the time thing is because your recovery time isn't as good unless you're naturally apt to really good recovery. So, unless you're naturally, have like good recovery times. Luckily, it's one of those things of you can condition your body to have better recovery times if you do it properly. It's one of those things you got to be careful though, because to do that you have to work a little bit outside the box, and that you could get injured. I'm gonna give up on this fries in the bag thing, guys. None of you are helping me. I'm gonna have to look it up later. I've seen it like 3 times tonight. So I know a little bit of German. I know a little bit of German and a little bit of Spanish. Not a lot, and not enough to go anywhere with it. So I'm not going to attempt to speak it over the stream either. I've not practiced in a long time. I 100% believe it. I 100% believe it. What's up, Michael? My goal is not, it has nothing to do with Jay Cutler, no. My goal is just to be as strong as possible. My goal is just to be as strong as possible. That's always my goal. So. This is rest night. This is my rest day. So this is my rest day. Powerlifting's my gig. I'm not into bodybuilding as much as I am the powerlifting side. Bodybuilding's great. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against bodybuilders, but powerlifting's definitely my gig. So. Powerlifting's definitely my gig. Well, we are going to end the stream here. We are going to end the stream here in a second. So we are going to end the stream here in a second. I've got to get home. It is time for me to go relax a bit, and then we'll be back on tomorrow for the workout stream. So. I looked up the fries in the bag thing. I didn't see much. I still don't understand it because in this context it doesn't make sense, Charlie. I don't know. I'll ask some folks later. Your painting. So Jay, I need to talk to you about your painting. It got returned. I have it currently. It hasn't been. It has not. It's not on its way currently. So I'm gonna make sure I've got the right address from you, Jay. So, but I have it. It's back in my possession again. So I've got to get it mailed out to you again. So, or for the first time, I got to make sure I have the address correctly. So I think we might have the wrong address. But I didn't want to mail it out and put it back in the mail or put it in the mail and have it be the wrong address and it just go nowhere. But it is safe. I have it safe and sound again. So, or currently, I guarantee it will reach you. But we'll talk over the Discord about that, Jay. I don't need you to put your address in the chat, obviously. I might have to just deliver it, Jay. All right. I'm not going to deliver it. That's a long drive. We'll get it to you though. But it is safe. It is at my house. Did you see the Mona Lisa we did, Jay? Did you see the Mona Lisa we did? Hold on. I am natural. It does not look. What do you mean a Lego? All right. All right. So it's time for me to go. I'll talk to you. We'll make sure I have the address right before I send it out to you, Jay. I know you've been waiting a little while for it, so I want to make sure I get it out to you ASAP. But I'll talk to you, make sure I've got the right address, and then we'll get it mailed out to you. Don't forget, at the beginning of the month, we have another send-off, another painting. So, but I'll see you guys tomorrow around like 10, 11 o'clock. 10, 11 o'clock. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to bench. So, hey, Saray. All right, see y'all. See y'all tomorrow. See you, Mossberg.